What's up, Ramsey Nation? Welcome to Ramsey Reaction. This time, we're going to be checking out Chef Steals Gordon's Dish. I think this is going to be an interesting video. Hopefully you enjoy it, but before we get started, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and then ring that bell so you get notified every time we post a new video. Now, also leave a comment down below right now before we start watching on what you think Gordon's going to think about the dish that was stolen from him. So, with that, let's get started. All right, so this is actually from the Ramsey's Kitchen Nightmares, which is the UK version of the American show Kitchen Nightmares. Now, this one is a little bit lighter. He doesn't swear as much, and he's actually a little bit nicer. He comes across a little bit nicer than he does in the American version, and there's not as much drama in the British version, but it's definitely still enjoyable. And in this case, the chef stole his dish. So let's see what Ramsey thinks about that.
Nick's got one of my dishes on the menu. He's been cooking for as long as I have, and he's charging top London prices. So I just hope his food measures up.
Okay, so this guy has apparently been a chef just as long as Gordon at this time, which would probably be in the early 2000s when this was filmed. So that's still a decent amount of time. But then you're also putting something that, you know, Gordon Ramsay is known for on the menu, which at this time I'm not sure actually what it would be. Like right now it would be beef Wellington. Like I know that's his like big thing. But at this time I don't know what it would be. But then also you're charging a lot. And the thing is that I love about Kitchen Nightmares, and this is just in general, is that they ask for him to come here. So it's not like it's a surprise that he just showed up. So you would think like, oh, you know, let me mark that off the menu, you know, but this guy's got balls, so we'll see what the dish is.
First test, a fish soup.
Excellent. And
okay. If someone gave me this, this is a little teapot, you know, it's just like a little teacup, like, you know, like you would get for tea, and it's fish soup, and they probably charged him like $10 or $12 if I had to think, if this is like an upscale place. Like even if they charged $5, you know, okay, and this is in the UK, so it'd be pounds, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Like no matter what they charged for this, the portion size is ridiculous. Like this is just like a little, you know, thing, and maybe it's gonna be bad, and he's gonna be happy that he didn't get that much.
smells off.
Well, that's certainly seen better days.
Okay, so he said it smelled off, which you never want in a fish dish at all. Which is like, you know, fish is already a hard sell to a lot of people, especially if they're, you know, not on the coast. And then you serve something that smells rancid, which like you can tell. Like fish is one of those things like you can immediately tell that it's bad. Like there's not, you know, there's not any question. Like if it smells like nasty fish, don't serve it. It's not that hard, but people still do, obviously.
I just hope I won't be saying the same about Nick by the end of the lunch.
Oh, you bastard. It's not worked very well. Shit. Son of a bitch.
So okay, hold on. What did he just mess up? What is he so mad about? Let's watch that again.
It's not worked very well.
Oh, he's okay. All right, he's trying to make an egg.
Son of a bitch.
He didn't have that water moving fast enough
Next,
at all.
mushroom and a duck egg on toast, and it's one of my favourites. When it's done how I like it, simply.
Why is it supposed to be looking like something out of a fucking...
Yeah, what is that? Why would you... Okay, so like when he brings it out here,
Duck egg on toast, and it's one of my favourites.
when he brings it out, this looks good.
When it's done...
Like this looks decent. Like I get it, the quality of this video is not that great because of just how old it is, but like this to me this presentation is decent. It's not like, that great, but it's decent. But then and then when he he takes the egg off and then
Done how I like it. Simply.
like that. Why is it doing that? It looks like it was pre-shredded or something. Like these are just like pieces stacked on top of each other. And and then they were like, let's throw this egg on it. Like it doesn't make any sense to me at all. This makes no sense.
Why is it supposed to be looking like something out of a fucking Barbie's doll's house?
Yes.
Why can't it just look simple, plain, and mushrooms on toast?
That's
It's like using a wet flannel.
Oh wait,
Soggy.
wait, is this supposed to be toe? Oh, this is the mushrooms. Okay, like this whole thing. Now the presentation is bad because like it looked like a fillet. It looked like steak, and then I didn't even know that there was toast on there. Does there even look? That doesn't even look like there's toast on there. This is just this guy. Oh my god.
Soggy, horrible bread.
Yeah, that is nasty.
Mushrooms are dirty.
Nick's
Why wouldn't you clean the mushrooms? Again, it's one of those things, like it comes from the ground. It's not that hard to just run them through some water or something. Like it. These people.
obviously a frills man, but if he's got any sense, he'll serve the
Okay, what? I don't even know what this is, but it just looks like it just looks like mashed potatoes with potato slices on top. Like, that's what it looks like to me, but it may be some scallop or something.
frills man, but if he's got any sense, he'll serve the next dish as it was intended, because it's one of mine.
And where did this dish originate from?
I can tell you where he thought the idea up.
You couldn't?
No.
No. Go and ask him for me, will you?
Yes.
I love it. Gordon knows that it's his dish. The waiters don't know. And so he's asking, like, hey, wow. How did the chef come up with this idea? Like, whoa. I wonder where it came from. And Gordon, knowing full well, he's baiting him into admitting that he didn't make this dish. And so now we'll see if we'll see if he admits it that he didn't make it.
Sure.
Thank you.
Where did you get the idea for the scallops?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It is scallops. That looks terrible. That looks absolutely terrible. It looks like mashed potatoes with cut potatoes on top. Like that's what it looks like.
Thank fuck I don't serve mine like that.
Yeah,
They
those
taste frozen, unfortunately. Milky and,
yeah, I mean they have to be frozen because like they just look so bad.
yeah, rubbery.
If they tasted like they were frozen, they were milky.
Scallops.
Try one. Yeah.
Oh, this dude's gonna say that it tastes fine. He's gonna say that it tastes fine. I'm calling it now. They all do. They're all like, oh, it tastes fine. It tastes fine.
They're not frozen.
Every time they're like, oh, it's not frozen. I definitely didn't pull it out of the freezer. It wasn't frozen when I cooked it. But this tastes fine. What does he know?
Fresh scallops.
Nick's got to be joking. He'd better put a smile on my face with the next dish because
Yeah, well,
so
he's
far
such a liar.
this lunch has been miserable.
It's nearly there. Just wondering if there's any point in sending it, to be honest.
Probably not if you didn't put your best foot forward, which so far you haven't.
If I were you, Nick, I wouldn't keep me waiting.
Yeah, like how long is he spending between these courses too? Like, is it like 30 minutes, 40 minutes? Like, what's going on? Like, this doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Yeah, Lawrence.
Okay, hold on. Let's back it up here.
Yeah, Lawrence.
Okay, so to me, this has to be some sort of meat, right? And this some starch. These are yellow carrots, maybe some celery. I don't know. but like this looks like yams. It doesn't look like any sort of meat. It just doesn't. It doesn't look like steak or something, which it probably is.
Thank you.
All right.
Cool. You like a hemorrhoid in my arsehole?
So now he's gonna be mad at this guy because he keeps on standing there waiting for Gordon to react to the food, and it's just like, dude, just serve him and walk away. If Gordon wants to tell you something, he'll call you back over. He'll be like, come here, this tastes like shit, take it away. Like, now he's gonna rip this guy.
You know that? Can I just sit and enjoy, or try to enjoy, rather than trying to dissect everything I eat?
Yep.
Otherwise, you may as well fucking sit down here and take my place. Would you
Yep.
mind?
No, no problem at all.
Thank you so much.
Bring me up.
I knew it.
I'm nervous. I say stupid things I don't mean.
At least you're not having to cook for it.
Okay, but you asked him to come here. Your owner or you, the chef, asked Gordon to come to your restaurant because you are struggling, and then you're acting like, you know, I don't even know, like I can't be my job. Every time.
That sauce is so sweet, it's unbelievable. The duck itself actually tastes quite nice, but then it's
Okay, it was duck. When they first showed it, it did not look like duck. It didn't. Now, from this angle, it does look like duck, but it doesn't look like there's too much sauce. I know Gordon's he's gonna complain about the sauce. At least I think so. I think there's way too much sauce. And then not enough of the other stuff. Like, it's just,
marred with all that horrible sauce.
yep, knew it.
It's almost like Benelin and baby veg. 20 quid as well.
Why? No. What?
I mean, you know, even by London prices, that's, you know, that's up there.
Yeah.
There's someone here that's trying to be flash, and he may have got away with that in the 90s, but in 2006, he's
That dessert that he was making looked like Macron's, but with like I don't even know what he was doing, but it did
Days are
not
numbered.
good.
right. Nick, you know.
Okay, so now he's gonna dress down this guy. He's gonna be like, "You're a terrible chef. You don't know what you're doing. How dare you steal one of my things and then serve it worse than me?" Like, it's probably in a recipe book, and like he just needs to follow it like to a T. And also, it's not like if they're charging them that high of prices, they could easily get like good food, like no problem. But no, this guy is gonna be
Not gonna like what I'm about to say. I expected a nice, quick, fast, easy lunch.
Yep.
And unfortunately, everything was painful.
Yep.
You know, mushrooms on toast was supposed to be mushrooms on toast. I got something that was incredibly soggy, full of grit, and just looked horrendous.
Yeah, again, the mushroom on toast, which is not anything that I would eat or like even think of, like that is totally has to be a British thing. But it didn't even occur to me that there was even bread in there. Like, why can't you just like take a piece of sourdough, toast it, you know, real nice, and then put mushrooms on top with an egg? Like, it's just these people, and this is why they're struggling, right?
The duck was fucking delicious. And then everything else around it was so unnecessary. Right.
Well, at least he got the duck cooked right, which, I mean, you would hope, right? He would at least get the main dish cooked right. But then, yeah, like I said, I knew that he ruined it with the sauce. Once you start seeing sauce and a lot of sauce, just expect Gordon to be mad.
You were fucking successful 10 years ago, and you had a big following. Unfortunately, nothing has moved on.
No.
You're in the bubble, and I'm about to burst it. Suck these laurel.
Okay, so yeah, and this is something that happens with a lot of restaurants. They are successful for 5, maybe 10 years, like this guy, and then things start going down. And instead of going, hey, maybe we need to redecorate, maybe we need to do new things to the menu, you know, keep the main stuff, right? Keep the stuff that sells, keep the stuff that you're known for, but then bring in other dishes, and you can introduce them slowly as specials, and then you know, if the special sells out a lot and people get it all the time, then, you know, you can add it as a main menu item. And then, you know, but you should always be on this rotation and not necessarily staying stagnant with the majority of your food. And maybe you can start doing, you know, seasonal stuff, and like, and really your menu should be somewhat seasonal. If something's in season, you should have, you know, that on your menu as an ingredient. And if it's not in season anymore, then just, you know, stop, because then it's when you do something that needs to be fresh out of season that it's like, it's not worth it, because then that consistency is gone. And that's probably what he's gonna say here.
Clearly cooking still from the 90s era. Touch success, but that fizzled very, very quickly.
Yep.
Even his own customers haven't sort of hung around long enough to tell him how fucking long-winded the food's become.
Yep.
So it's quite sad in a way. And he's clearly not cooking for King's Lynn, he's cooking for his ego.
I feel slightly deflated. I didn't think I'd get as much criticism as I got, but
See, he didn't even, he's like, well, I don't even know. Like, I didn't expect that much criticism. Every time. Every time.
hey, I'm a big boy. I'm not a 20-year-old. I'm not.
Now, if we were to watch this whole episode, which we may eventually do, I can tell you he's not going to act like a big boy, and he's not going to take criticism well, and he's not going to change his ways, and he's going to come in and be mad that Gordon teaches him this and that and blah, blah, blah. Guarantee.
I'm going to cry. I'm 40, so
Nope, he's going to cry.
Yeah.
bring it on.
Yeah, no, he's going to cry. He's going to, he's not going to like what Gordon does in that episode. I guarantee it happens throughout the series. At least the episodes that I've seen. So yeah, so that was Chef steals Gordon's dish. Obviously, he failed on serving Gordon's dish in a way that made Gordon happy. Which again, it can't be that hard, because I'm sure you got it from a recipe book, and all you have to do, even if you just, like, again, you asked Gordon to come here. You kind of knew what you were going to make. So then make sure that you have the freshest stuff. But these chefs get so arrogant and so into the weeds of like, oh, I had success. I'm a good chef. I don't need, help and blah, 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 blah. And that's kind of why like Gordon does all of this stuff where he like goes to different like restaurants and visits them, and like goes to different countries and like learns from people in shacks, because it's like, if you aren't constantly learning and constantly innovating in the cooking world, you're going to be long gone. You're not going to last that long. And especially you wouldn't last as long as Gordon Ramsay. So it's just like, dang. So, all right. That was this episode of Ramsay Reactions. Hopefully you liked it. Be sure to hit that like button if you did. Hit that dislike button if you don't like Gordon Ramsay and you are a fan of somebody else. I don't know why you would be. That's a mistake. Gordon Ramsay, number one. Leave a comment down below on what you think this chef could do better. What, is he a fool? What have you? Like, I don't know. Just go wild down there. Hit that subscribe button, ring that bell so you get notified, and we will see you in the next reaction video.